Welcome back to Four to Score Sports NFL Edition. This is going to be for NFL Week 6. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys have been listening. You guys know who we're here with. I'm Ryan. I'm joined with Colt.
Hello, hello.
I'm here with Keith,
Sam.
Zach,
Yes, sir. What's going on?
and Caleb.
What's up?
Oh my goodness. Before we get started, you guys know all we're going to talk about, pretty much NFL. From this past week and this week, some stuff happened with the episode that's supposed to drop on Friday. So tough stuff. It was a heater, but we're going to recap some of that for you guys this week. But before we get started, I know Keith's going to talk for a second.
Yeah, so today at recording is Thursday. By now, you guys should have got your picks in. By now, hopefully you got a royal flush of picks. If you have not, it's all good. There's always next week. We have week 7. As soon as you see week 7, any cast member that you see on Instagram, whether it be me, Caleb, Colt, / Damien, Ryan, or Zach, DM us.
Damien?
Vimo. It's an inside joke. We'll talk about it next episode. Venmo, cash out, anything. Put your picks up. Put your bets up. Put your money up. That's all I got.
Speaking of picks, we're gonna go ahead and get into it.
Oh,
Shout out to YouTube viewers. You know what I'm rocking with. You know we're rocking with Dallas every single game this year. Sorry, but shout out.
Viewers.
We got the props.
Yeah.
Shout out Pub Sports Talk.
We love those guys. Best friend podcast.
Hacky, Evan, Devin, and Tim, I believe. So I commented on one of their videos. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it all out there, the whole backstory. I commented on one of their videos. I said Dallas is the best team in the league, which I wholeheartedly believe. I'm driving the hype train for the Cowboys this year. Dallas is currently the best team in the league. Fight me if you want to, but so Hacky said that in their last podcast. I just want to respond because I kind of got clowned if you go and watch their episode. So Hacky's, all like Caleb Morton said, Cowboys are the best team in the league. I got my notes right here.
Substitute teacher. Wrote names down, taking names.
Tim, all right.
Trouble.
So Tim is, shaking his head like his dog just died. Like it was the saddest shit he's ever heard. Matt, he's a guy from England. He covers a lot of soccer. He don't really know too much about football, so I can't blame him. But he's like that, like just throwing off. That's like who said that dumb shit about the Cowboys. And then Devin, which what really got to me is Devin shakes his head, rolls his eyes. I wrote everything down. I went back. I got receipts for everything. And he says, quote, he goes, quote, that's an Antarctic take. An Antarctically cold take from Caleb. And he said, quote, that's frostbite. And I just don't understand the Cowboys hate. Like, if you don't see, like, what's going on in Dallas right now and you're not on the bandwagon, like, you're just a hater at that point. So I just want to address the hate coming from Pub Sports Talk. I love those guys, love what they're doing. But no disrespect will be tolerated from anyone, friendly or not. That's anything y'all got to add to that?
Trayvon Diggs is an absolute stud. Shout out Zach for getting one of his takes at the end of last week's episode right. Panthers didn't come through. Sorry, the Rays didn't sweep the Sox.
They didn't beat the Sox.
They didn't beat the Sox. They didn't.
Shout out Trayvon Diggs
or
for
6
hitting that pick for
or
me.
5.
So I at least maintain some credibility on this show.
It's been a rough week.
That's all
for
I
you.
have to say.
It's been a really bad 2 weeks for you, Zach.
Thank
One of your
goodness the
roommates.
Canes are coming back. Thank goodness, because at least I'll have a team that's winning some games.
Take warning, baby. Take warning.
It's the football episode, but yeah.
We still support the Hurricane. We met the Hurricanes at a football game. That's all that matters. So everyone loves football here. They were trying to slide in the DMs, trying to get on the episode, but no, they're not big enough names.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Obviously, this is on Saturday, so you guys know what happened with the Bucs-Eagles game. Dolphins-Jaguars. Honestly, this game, I don't have much to say. I'm just going to roll with the Dolphins. I think the Jaguars are pretty bad. So,
Two garbage teams. The Dolphins have been playing the worst football out of any team in the league, I would say, the last couple weeks. And when it's two very garbage teams, I normally take the home team. So I'm going to go with the Jaguars and say they get their first win at home.
Duval.
Yeah. All I got is Tua's coming back, so I'll take the Dolphins. The end.
I don't care about this game at all. I really don't care if I never see a highlight of it.
I don't really care about this game. I mean, if Tua is coming back, I guess the Dolphins have a little bit better chance. Brissett's not really that much worse, and or might even be better than Tua. But yeah, I actually give me the Jags at home to win the game.
Yeah.
They've been close. Let them get their first one today at home, like Colt said. An ugly game at home.
It's not even at home. It's in London. It's at 9:30 in London.
Oh,
Does that change anything?
No, I'm still
well, yeah,
going.
because that's gonna be the Jaguars' home in like give or take like 5-10 years.
Hammer down on it or no?
Yeah, lock it in.
Oh,
I'll lock it in. The Jags win.
no, the
100%.
Jags go to that's their home.
I lock the Jags in to win. Yeah, for sure.
I also have the Jags to win. I thought I was going to be the only one. If they're in London, London is basically the Jags' home stadium. Like fan-wise, there's a ton of Jags fans. They always play in London. So give me the Jags.
There we go. Zach, next game up, Vikings Panthers. Start us off.
Well, how about it? Last week, of course, I got found on the gram a little bit for having the Panthers bouncing back against the Eagles. I'm gonna sit here and stick my neck out again for the guys. Hopefully McCaffrey can come back. He's been in and out of practice recently. He's got a little hamstring injury. If he comes back, obviously that gives us a huge edge. That takes a lot of pressure off Sam Darnold, who probably good enough to score with Kirk Cousins and a Vikings offense that's been really good this year. Their defense is definitely not that great. The Panthers should, in theory, be able to score on them. And this is kind of a measuring stick game that, like, if you're going to be a competitive team in this league, we have to win this game at home, similar to how we should have won that Eagles game at home. So I'm going to roll with the boys. I'm going to say McCaffrey comes back and he carries us to a dub over a unhealthy Dalvin Cook.
In this game, it could really go either way, but I think I'm going to roll with the Vikings in this one. Kirk I just think that there's more talent there. I don't believe in the Panthers necessarily. Darnold's getting worse week after week, it seems like, especially since they lost. I think the Panthers are going to end up 3-3. I don't know. I like the Vikings to win this game. I think they have their competitive win. You know, I think these teams are kind of evenly matched in a sense of like power rankings. I feel like they're fairly close in the rankings, things like that. But I'm going to roll with the Vikings to win this game on the road.
Yeah, there's a lot of question marks in this game. Christian McCaffrey's questionable. Dalvin Cook just returned to practice on Thursday. He's questionable for the game. And then Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen didn't even practice today. So there's way too many question marks here. For that reason, I'm going to roll with Minnesota. It's in Minnesota, right? No, it's in Carolina. I'm still going to roll with Minnesota. I'm just thinking, I don't know if CMC plays. Dalvin Cook is probably going to play. This is under the assumption that Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson plays. If they don't play, it's a different story. But obviously, I can't wait until Sunday at 12:30 to see and then give my pick. I'm looking at both teams healthy. If both teams are healthy, then I'm going to roll with Minnesota. Kirk Cousins has been playing very underrated this year. He's going under the radar.
Yeah. I'll stick with Zach. I'll roll with the Panthers on this one. But I will say, if you got Anthony Barr coming back, what's brother's name? DJ One on the back. I'm just kind of afraid for their defensive line against the Panthers' offensive line. Like, maybe they learned a lesson. Maybe Deontay Brown gets a few runs. We don't know, but I'll roll with the Panthers. I think they'll get it together. I think Jeremy Chin will strap up for the team, hopefully, God willing.
I think Robbie Anderson will go off, but I think they lose. I think Robbie Anderson has his best game of the whole entire 17-game year.
That wouldn't require all that much, actually, of a stat line, unfortunately.
I know I don't think he's had, dude. I know at least in fantasy, he hasn't been wide receiver 40 or better at all.
Yeah, he hasn't really.
I think he goes for like 11 catches, 130, 140 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I think he goes off. I think they lose, but I think he goes off.
As if Darnold gets time, which that's kind of scary. I don't know.
I'm picking the Vikings. The Panthers suck. The Vikings are a missed field goal away from beating the Cardinals, and they're a touchdown away from beating the Browns. So the Vikings are a solid team. To give me the Vikings.
Next game, potential game of the week, Chargers-Ravens in Baltimore. This game is very hard to pick because we saw how the Ravens played at least in the second half of last week. And we saw the Chargers also played in the second half against a better opponent in the Browns. And again, you guys know, I think the Chargers are the real deal. I've said that since week one. I think the Chargers are going to win this game, and I think that's going to solidify them as a top 5 team in this league. And what if they win this game? They're a top 2 team in the AFC behind the Bills, I think. Arguably up
Are they
there.
undefeated?
Who? Oh,
Are they
no, the
undefeated?
Chargers aren't undefeated. Are they?
Are we serious?
Who did they lose to? What is their record? 4-1?
4-1, I think. I think they lost one.
I thought you were being serious at first.
Who did they lose to?
No, you didn't, Zach.
Did
No,
Trayvon?
No,
Oh,
I
they
should have
lost
seen
to
it.
Dallas.
Lost
Did
to the-
Trayvon Diggs have an interception that game? Oh wait,
did.
Dallas played it this year. Of course, he had an interception that game. Unless it's the Panthers, then he had 2 in that game. Remember when the Panthers had their first loss of the season? Yeah, you guys
No,
aren't.
Ryan, I do not remember that.
Well, did you also remember that the Rays lost to the Red Sox? Except multiple times they lost to the Red Sox. Multiple
This is
times
the
they
en-
did, not just
This
once.
is the NFL
Episode.
episode that never happened. Actually.
Oh yeah, sorry.
As far as I'm concerned.
Sorry that the 4-1 Dallas, dude. Just so you guys know, until a team, either the Falcons or the Panthers, has a better record, y'all are gonna get this all year. Sorry. Chargers Ravens though, I got the Chargers winning this game. Chargers are a really good team. Justin Herbert is making a case. This year, he is definitely, without a doubt, a top 5 quarterback. Eckler looked phenomenal at the end of last game. Mike Williams has been in that role that Michael Thomas was once in New Orleans. Obviously, we know the talent of Keenan Allen out there. Their defense has looked a lot better. Asante Samuel, he's probably in second place in the Defensive Rookie of the Year running. Derwin James, they have so many guys. I really am a huge fan of the Chargers. So I'm going to go with the Chargers to beat the Ravens. I do think it'll be kind of close, but I do think it'll be high scoring, around 34. So that's my take there.
The Ravens lost week 1 to the Raiders, and they haven't lost since. For some reason, Lamar Jackson's going under the radar. I mean, he's having an amazing season. He just had the best game of his career, in my opinion, against the Colts.
Yep.
Willing them to win. I think that's big. I'm going to roll with the Ravens. A bit of an upset here, I guess you could say, because the Chargers are so hot and they're such a great team. I'm going to roll with the Ravens simply because how Lamar's playing. Hollywood, it looks like he got the butter off of his fingers.
Old Bart.
There's no more butter on his fingers. He's catching balls he should be catching, and he's getting about $1.50 a game. So good for him. And Mark Andrews, I don't know if you guys play fantasy, but he just had about 50 points last Monday and lost a lot of people league. So I'm going to roll with Baltimore. It's in Baltimore. Those fans can get a little crazy. So I'm going to roll with Baltimore on this one simply because of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, no, I'm going with the Chargers. Daryl and James should have Mark Andrews locked up a little bit more. Asante Jr. is definitely going to have Mark Hollywood Brown locked up a little bit more. Justin Herbert is him. Lamar Jackson is also him, but I think the Chargers will pull out another one.
The Chargers actually scored pretty well against Cleveland defense that have been showing out so far this year. So I think they can score against anybody. So I agree with you guys and thinking this is probably going to be a high scoring game. But give me the Ravens at home. If they played one of the best halves of football I've seen all year, obviously in that Monday night game against the Colts. I think that the people are also kind of forgetting the Chargers obviously played a great fourth quarter against the Browns, but the Chargers were down 2 or 3 scores going into the fourth quarter, and I think that the Ravens' run game and Lamar and them, if they were in that same situation, obviously the Cleveland Browns have a great run game, but I think Lamar playing in the second half of games, I trust him a little bit more, and I think that he can win a close one here against the Chargers at home.
I'm also think the Chargers are a much better team than the Ravens. I'm picking the Chargers. I do want to mention that the Ravens were down 19 in the fourth quarter to the Colts, who are fucking horrible. Lamar Jackson's great, and Hollywood Brown's actually doing something, but the Ravens are a very overhyped team. I don't think they're that good. Speaking of the Ravens, though, Devin Slate, who said, my take was some like Antarctic cold, frostbite, talking about the Cowboys, he picked the Ravens to win by 3 touchdowns, said Lamar solidifies his MVP, and Air Bear Justin Herbert's overrated. I just want to put that out there. Talk about cold takes.
Boys.
Glacial. Absolutely glacial take.
Colder than my what is that saying? Colder than my mother-in-law's heart, something like that.
It's colder than a polar bear's toenails.
Colder than a witch's titty and a brass bra in the middle of Alaska in January.
That's too long.
Next game.
But do you know what I mean? That's the thing. Y'all see that thing about Hollywood Brown this past week where a guy's calling him he said Hollywood Brown wouldn't start on for the Packers or the Chiefs or anything like that. No.
He said his name was Bart.
That his name's Bart, what you expect. All right, sorry. That was next game, Rams Giants. I don't have much to say. Injured Giants going against a great Rams team. Rams are winning.
Got the Rams. Wish a speedy recovery for Saquon. I think Daniel Jones is playing, so I'm glad that he's back and healthy. Hope Saquon comes back. He's one of my favorite players in the league to watch. I watched him at Penn State. So I've got the Rams big, but I just wanted to say I hope for a speedy recovery for him.
Rams, no question. Everybody's hurt. The end. Rams.
Period.
Yeah, don't have a lot to say. Rams are one of the more complete teams. Giants have a lot of injuries on offense. No shot they win that game.
Luck of the week.
If Saquon plays, which I don't think he is, but if he does play, give me Rams by 25. And if he doesn't, it's at least like 35, 36. Give me the Rams.
Easy. Next game, we have Texans Colts, 2 trash-ass team. I'm going to roll with the Colts. They have a better team, and they're home. So Texans, they got nothing that entices me. Except for, I've got the Colts winning. Shout out Naheem Hines. Go Pack. He's the best running back on that team.
I'm going to disagree with that statement. Jonathan Taylor is definitely the best running back on that team.
No, that's cap. He didn't go to State.
The Texans got Brandon Cooks. You've been hearing me give him love on the show. I'm sad to say that love will be coming to an end as I have just traded him in fantasy. So, I got covered on return. So,
what was the trade?
I traded Brandon Cooks, Miles Sanders, and Tyler Boyd for Odell Beckham Jr., Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Calvin Ridley and Michael Gallup.
You won that trade by.
I think I did as well.
Okay.
But he needs a running back right now. That's why I traded Helaire. Yeah, so he got Miles Sanders.
I don't know about that one.
I don't want Miles Sanders either.
And I already have Henry and Mixon, so I can wait on Helaire. But that's another topic for another day.
Great trade. Good
Thanks,
for
man.
you. Good for you. Olivia Rodrigo type shit.
But I still wish the best for. I think he's still the most underrated receiver in the league. But that being said, I've got the Colts. The Colts had the Ravens beat, like Caleb said, and then they fumbled the bag. Something Carson Wentz tends to do a lot. Poor guy.
Remember they thought he was better than Dak all those years up until last year.
Fun fact, if you ask Dan Orlowski where Carson Wentz ranks right now, I guarantee you he still thinks he's top 5. I don't know what blackmail Carson Wentz has on Dan Orlowski, but he loves that man. Jesus Christ, he loves that man. But I've got the Colts. T.Y. Hilton's coming back this week. I think that'll help them in a wide receiver corps that's not very good. Michael Pittman's been showing out this year. And then Jonathan Taylor, he's a really good back. So I'm going to go with the Colts.
Yeah, bro. I've been wilding on picks, but I'll roll with the Texans in this one. Just not that much of a believer in the Colts. I feel like what's brother's name? Chris Moore could go for it again. If they pay all the attention on Brandon Cooks like the Patriots try to, I think Texans finally get their first against the Colts.
On the road.
Yeah. I already picked Jacksonville to get their first. I guess the Texans actually. I guess Davis Mills doesn't have a win yet, does he? I think the Texans won week 1. I think with Tyrod. Yeah, but they don't have a win with Davis Mills yet. I don't see them getting another win yet. Colts aren't as good as I thought they would be. I don't necessarily think they're like a bottom like 3-5 team. I mean, they're close. They're bad though.
Like
But at home,
24. I
I
had
don't. Yeah, like they're somewhere in there. They're bad. Don't get it twisted. But I don't see them losing this first game to Davis Mills. Wentz is still he's bad, but he's a little bit better than Mills and them. I give me the Colts.
who's better, the Panthers or the Colts, Zach?
Damn.
Is C-Mac
That's
playing?
this. No.
Right, like this week, who's a better football team going into the game?
Panthers are better than them. Come on now.
Okay.
So even so, why did you ask about McCaffrey?
Unfortunately, it's very close. Without McCaffrey, it's very close. And that's sad.
It's a tough life over there.
I've
Every
lost sleep
every
over it.
week from here on out, I'm gonna remind y'all that everyone was so high on the Colts, and I said they sucked from the beginning. But the Texans are even worse, so give me the Colts.
Next game, we have Chiefs Washington. Chiefs have been struggling. Washington's been struggling. Both teams are underperforming. Two of the most underperforming teams in the league, honestly. Games in Washington, D.C., but I think that the Chiefs, they're not playing a team that's as good as the Bills or anything like that, like last week. Chiefs are a way more complete team. I still trust Mahomes, and I still don't realistically see myself not picking the Chiefs. I know the defense is horrendous. Daniel Sorensen is. Y'all saw the memes of Tyrann Matthew.
Terrible.
Y'all saw the memes of him just throwing his hands up every
That guy
time. Like,
stinks.
what are you doing? You suck. Like, all that stuff. But I'm still gonna go with the Chiefs. If Washington wins, I won't be surprised. Honestly, Terry McLaurin has potential to have the best game of his career this week. It's coming off a hot week. 2 weeks ago was it? Great week 2 weeks ago. But no, I'm gonna roll with the Chiefs on the road in this one.
Jalen Rager.
Shout out Jalen.
It's Jalen.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the Chiefs big. That's all I really need to say. They don't have Allaire, but at the end of the day, they still have that fast guy on the outside, and they still got the top two tight end, if not the best tight end in the league, right there in the lining up. So I've got the Chiefs big. I'm still, if you ask me who the best quarterback in the league, it's Patrick Mahomes. He could throw 30 interceptions in his next 30 passes, and I'm still going to say Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I've got the Chiefs big.
Put a root on you. No, I feel you. I'll go roll with the Chiefs on this one, even though Washington has some sort of hold on me. But there's just no way that Benjamin St. Juice is keeping up with Tyreek Hill. There's no way other dude on the other side is keeping up with Mecole Hardman. There's no way Landon Collins does not get burnt. Hopefully the defensive line can hold him, but yeah, it's Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce in the game, so he got it. He has another one. This is a bounce back game. We'll say that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think this is going to be a bounce back game from them. Both these teams are underperforming big time, but the Washington defense that was supposed to be good has been getting shredded through the air. And even though Kansas City's nowhere near what they obviously have been in the past couple of years, I don't really see them dropping another game after getting just straight dominated in Buffalo in prime time. Or not in Buffalo, at home against Buffalo. I don't see that happening again. I think they beat up on a pretty bad Washington team.
I also have the Chiefs beating the hell out of the football team. This dominant defense is all I heard about. This dominant defense might be one of the worst in the league. And the Chiefs are bad on defense, but they have Patrick Mahomes, so give me the Chiefs.
Packers Bears next game, big rivalry game. This is Zach. This is your lock of the week, I believe, right?
This is my lock of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Packers.
You got Packers. Go ahead, talk to me, Zach.
Yeah, I got the Packers. Like I said in the pick'em last week, I was the only person out of everybody to take the Bears beating Las Vegas. I've long been on the train of Las Vegas not really being that great of a team. They got lucky and won a couple games early. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a Bears supporter. They're ass too. I don't really have a lot of faith, and clearly neither does the coaching staff and Justin Fields to throw the ball down the field. That's why they ran it 30 million times. Damian Williams is on the COVID list. Montgomery's obviously out. Cohen's not back yet, if I'm not mistaken. So
Not yet.
they're relying on Khalil Herbert. He was okay last week. He saw a lot of carries, but I don't really envision them being able to keep up with Rodgers, who should justifiably be pretty pissed off after his kicker missed 4 field goals last week and just tried to keep handing the Bengals, who got outplayed, a win, even though nobody on the earth could guard Devontae Adams, even though everybody on the earth knew it was going to him. So yeah, give me Rodgers on the road. Doesn't matter. Give me them. Give me the Packers for sure.
Is it me?
Yeah, take it, Keith.
All right.
I'm formulating
All right,
thoughts
that's
over here.
We got the Packers taking it. Apparently Robert Quinn is on a roll, like a rampage, but it's Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. So yeah, I'll take the Packers in a weird dogfight, just like it was with the Bengals, but not as deciding as a 30th kick. So
Yeah.
Packers.
I think this game is going to be one of those, like, someone wins in a stupid way, because the Bears always seem to play better when Aaron Rodgers comes to town. Bears fans are crazy. They love their team. It's their first matchup against the Packers this year. They need a win. And they probably feel like after last week they're capable of beating the Packers, who barely beat the Bengals. Um, no, I'm still going to roll with the Packers in this one. I wouldn't consider it a lock, but I'd consider Aaron Rodgers as Aaron Rodgers. But no, I think Justin Fields makes a name for himself and goes toe to toe with Rodgers, and something stupid happens. It's one of those stupid wins.
Yeah, I think that this is a blowout. I think the Bears are terrible. I think they're awful. I think that they're not good at all. They're not a good team in any fashion, of any shape, of any form. Offense, defense, special teams, coaching, management, ownership, fans, stadium. I don't think they're good at all. Um, they have a top 10 wide receiver in the league, in my opinion, and he's the third or fourth most targeted guy on your team. That just doesn't make sense to me at all. And you're holding him hostage is bad. He wanted to leave, and then you tag him. But whatever. Speaking of Robert Quinn should give half of his earnings to DeMarcus Lawrence, because he is the reason that he got a bag to begin with. If he didn't play opposite of DeMarcus Lawrence, that guy is the definition of average. But when you play across from the guy who draws the most double teams in the NFL as an edge rusher, you're going to get one-on-ones and you're going to get sacks.
Look it up.
I'm not joking. And then Robert Quinn wants to go off and get a bag. Good for him.
Good for him, man. I'm worried about making your bag on 4 to score.
No.
Making
you make your money,
man.
but it is safe to say he has underperformed that bag since he has got it, even though he's been on a little hot streak lately. With all that being said, Devontae Adams is the best receiver in the NFL. I don't care what nobody says about that. Give me the Packers. Huge. Big.
I also have the Packers blowing them out. It's going to be a horrible game. Don't have any intention on watching it. Aaron Rodgers is 20-4 in his career against the Bears and has 107.2 passer rating in his career against the Bears. So
sounds like a lock to me.
Yeah, honestly, sounds like a lock. Shout out Zach.
Hammer down, baby. Speaking of hammer down, real quick, sorry, Hurricanes are up 4-1 right now. Sorry. Speaking of hammer down, next game up, we have the Bengals and the Lions. Shout out Pub Sports Talk, even though y'all tried to talk shit to our boy Caleb. But shout out Parker Hackey.
Frostbite.
Frostbite. This game, I'm going to roll with the Bengals. I think after last week, them going toe-to-toe with the Packers, going to OT, doing whatever, I was wrong on Burrow. I will say that. When I said Burrow, he's starting to complete longer passes, all this stuff. I was wrong on Burrow. I think I'm starting to believe in the Bengals a little bit more. I love Jamar Chase, and the Lions are just bad. I'm going to roll with the Bengals to win this, probably by like 10-14. But Colt, talk to me about Jamar.
Yeah, so Joe Mixon's coming back this week. That's a huge piece of their offense. He's top 5 in rushing yards, and he only played like 20% of snaps last week, which is pretty insane. They've got the offensive rookie of the year, man. I mean, what else is there to say? That guy is a legend. That guy is a GOAT. That guy is going to be Megatron 2.0. Maybe better. Maybe better. Because that guy, he's got a swag. He's got swagger. He's got hands. He can run routes. He's bigger than cornerbacks. He can do it all. He can do it, and he can gritty. He does it.
giddy.
He can do it all.
Then yeah, no, he's the next Megatron.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, you I thought you were fucking with us at the first part, but then you said he can gritty, and Megatron
I
can't
was a little
gritty.
bit
I'll tell you that
concerned.
right now.
I forgot about that.
My hot take is that by the end of the year, Jamar Chase will be universally known as a better wide receiver than Justin Jefferson. It's just my take. I'm not. I have nothing against Justin Jefferson. It's just the way that people dick eat him. I'm sorry, like meat ride him. I don't like
point now. What's the point now?
The attention that he gets from the media, bro, is just like I don't know. Like they're asking like he's like this, that, and the third. Like oh my god. And I think if Dak doesn't get hurt last year, the CeeDee Lamb has a better year than him, and he wins all those awards that he won. But that's just my opinion. That's just like I said. I don't have much credibility. I didn't say that Trayvon Diggs was going to be a superstar last year. I didn't say that. But so my credibility is not very good on the show. With all that being said, give me the Bengals. They've got Jamar Chase. So the other team does not have Jamar Chase.
Period.
Simple as that.
I don't have all that much to say, but I do have to say, Dan Campbell cried on camera.
He did.
So I feel like this might be the first Lions win. Something stupid. Besides that, I don't really have much. It's just like one of those weird twists of fate that the Lions win. They still got a good running back team. I don't know who's coming back for them. Amon St. Ra is doing well. I guess not as well as Jamar with 2 R's Chase. But again, the Lions probably win. I'll pick the Lions. I pick the Lions to win off of something stupid. So all the stupid things that have been happening to them, they come out the jungle as the bigger cat.
I like that. I like the take. I'm not necessarily. I can't say that the Lions are going to win this game, just because it seems like they're incapable of winning a football game. I feel for them. They're probably one of the better no-win teams I've seen. They've been even better than I actually thought they were going to be this year, and they haven't won a game. They've lost some brutal games. This is definitely a game they could beat the Bengals. I'm pretty sure it's in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. But the Bengals are a little bit better than them. I trust Joe Burrow more than Jared Goff. And like I said, it just doesn't seem like the Lions could finish games. So give me Joe Burrow late in the game with Jamar Chase going down. Give me the Bengals by field goal.
Fair.
I've been really high on the Bengals this year. Shout out Parker Hackey. I even picked them to beat the Packers last week. I was wrong, but I love the Bengals. The Lions, the Vikings tried to give them the win. They fumbled it in like a minute left, tried to give it to the Lions, and they still fucking lost. So give me the Bengals.
Give him the Bengals. Shout out Parker Hackey, of course. Best friend podcast over there. Shout out Pub Sports. Y'all already know. The description's down below. Check him out. Next game, the other potential game of the week, if I had to pick, Cardinals-Browns in Cleveland. Cleveland got in an absolute shootout with the Chargers last week. They didn't win that one. And the Cardinals, they're 5-0, only undefeated team. In this game, you guys know I'm very high on Kyler Murray, and I'm not very high on Baker Mayfield, and I think that's ultimately what it comes down to. Whoever has the better game as a quarterback, eye test-wise, not necessarily stat-wise. And I'm going to roll with the Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray is a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield. I like the weapons that they have on offense. I do know, actually, just fairly new news, a few Cardinals players tested positive for COVID. I cannot think of his name. Who's their defense? Chandler Jones, right? Yeah. He's not playing this week unless other stuff happens. But I still like the Cardinals to win this game on the road, keep their momentum going. Kyler Murray is the MVP right now. He was my dark horse last year and this year for MVP, and he's only done good for me so far. So I'm going to roll the Cardinals to win this game on the road in Cleveland.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals. I apologize for picking the Niners to beat y'all last week. Thought that there was an upset brewing. I wasn't as high on y'all, but I'm going to go with the Cardinals. I will say the bigger story that comes out of this game, I think OBJ has his breakout game this weekend. God, I hope so. I hope because like all the praise I give for Jamar Chase on this episode, and you know how much I love him. OBJ is my favorite wide receiver in the league, but there's just really not much to talk about him this year. Um, I mean, like as a Cowboys fan, and I should hate him, but like Giants OBJ was just so fun to watch. Like he was that dude, bro. Like he was amazing. I think that he gets back on track. I think he goes crazy this week. But I'm going with the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm gonna go opposite. I went with the Browns. Again, like Ryan said, it's gonna be a shootout. The two Oklahoma quarterbacks going back and forth, so that should be cool. As far as I know, the Browns still have all their players. And I got half a mind to believe that Myles Garrett could possibly keep up with Kyler Murray. I got a mind to believe that even though Nuke Hopkins is Nuke Hopkins, Greedy Williams could give him fits. Hopefully he's playing. Yeah, I'll go with the Browns in a upset, quote unquote upset.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily huge on Baker Mayfield, but I do like the Browns. Their defense has been good aside from the fourth quarter of that Chargers game. The Cardinals have impressed me for sure, but I definitely have came on these episodes and said I'm not really a huge believer in their chances at winning anything this year, especially in the playoffs. I'm actually going to take the Browns at home. I think their run game gets it done. If they could potentially control the game from an early standpoint, which I think they might be able to at home, they can, limit Kyler Murray and that offense with that pass rush. And if Chandler Jones isn't playing, like you said, that really hurts the Cardinals defense. Give me the Browns at home. High scoring game for sure.
Yeah, big time.
I've definitely been on the bandwagon saying that the Cardinals are not as good as everyone thinks they are. I don't think offensively, defensively, coaching, I don't think they're as good as people think they are. But I definitely have them winning this week over the Browns. The Browns gave up 26 points in the fourth quarter alone to a Chargers team who offensively I don't think is as good as the Cardinals are offensively alone. So give me the Cards.
It's time. First game of the 4:30 slate. Cowboys Patriots. I'm not gonna say much because I want my boys Colt and Caleb to have something. I feel like I take away a lot of their points that they have, maybe because I mean there are very similar points. We follow the same pages, whatever on Instagram. We hear the same stuff. So this game primarily, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are legit contenders at this point now. They're beating the hell out of teams they should, and this is just another game where they should beat the hell out of a team. So I'm going with the Cowboys.
I'm going with Dallas. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm going with Dallas. Tyron Smith is questionable now. He was limited in practice with the neck stinger that kind of kept him out for 14 games last year. So hopefully he's okay. There was an MRI, but they said it was precautionary. So hopefully he plays as he's a big part of our run game and pass game for that matter. Defense, and we just got playmakers on defense. Not necessarily shut down corner guys. Trayvon Diggs, I love him to death, but he's not necessarily going to shut you down. 0 catches, 0 yards. Anthony Brown, Jesus. I know these guys know how I feel about Anthony Brown. Playing better as of late, but Jesus.
Still sucks.
It's Anthony Brown.
Had a pick six on an NC State quarterback played against the Cowboys last week, and he only threw a touchdown to the Cowboys. Go Pack.
There we go.
QBU.
So we'll see.
I'll say notoriously, it's hard to run the ball on Patriot defenses, especially with it being in Foxborough. But I think you can't really game plan for the change of pace that Dallas does. I think Kellen Moore does a good job of subbing in TP and Zeke. They do a good job, change of pace. One's going to pound you, and he's only going to get better to the fourth quarter when you're tired. And then you got the big play guy coming in, and he'll hit you for 9, 13, 20, and keep on going. So I'm rolling Dallas. I think this is a game where maybe TP and Zeke doesn't necessarily have the games that they've been having in the past, running for 200 yards. But I think Cooper and CeeDee Lamb absolutely go off. Dalton Schultz, apparently Dak's favorite target. I mean, the big names, all you hear about is Zeke, Pollard, Gallup, which is hurt right now. He's coming back in a couple weeks. But CD and Coop, Dalton Schultz seems to be his favorite target. But I'm rolling with Dallas. I like Dallas. I think if they get out to an early lead and you make the Patriots pass the ball and Mac Jones throw the ball down the field. I just don't see it. I don't know if it'll be close or a bit blowout, but I'm going with Dallas.
I also have Dallas, very obviously, for the YouTube viewers. There isn't many games. I did pick the Bucks to win the week 1 because I don't know how Dallas is going to come out. But from here on out, I'm picking Dallas every single game. So I might as well not even tell mine. I don't think the Patriots have anything for what Dallas has coming. I think Kellen Moore is going to outcoach Bill Belichick in Foxborough, and we're taking it by 23 points minimum.
You're right, though. That's the worst part. You're actually probably you're probably
here's
wrong.
Here's a pen. Go ahead and write it down.
I think you're wrong because I think Dallas is probably going to win by more than 23.
I said minimum.
Notice how that's not a pencil and it does not have an eraser. Notice that.
Keith, talk to me.
I picked the Cowboys this time, but it was for a very petty reason. The last time I picked the Cowboys to win, they didn't. So hopefully they prove me wrong again and win. So yeah. But then too, like I don't know what the Patriots have on offense. But I feel like Belichick with 2 T's has something for him on defense, but no offense and minimum defense, not too much. So Cowboys got it.
I don't want to jump in front of you, Zach, but the only game this week that Keith is the only game this year Keith has picked Dallas has been the Buccaneers game, which baffles me. He picked out the Eagles, he picked the Giants. I just want to put that out there. So
Chargers, the Panthers.
He picked all of them. Did not pick the Cowboys. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good. No, I don't really worry about it. I don't have much to say. The Patriots aren't good at football. They're not really a good team. Give me Dallas.
Does Trayvon Diggs get an interception this week, Zach?
No, he does not. I don't think Belichick will throw it to him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he throws it to Trayvon Diggs.
The Patriots don't have like a weapon that's dynamic enough that.
Well, they have Jacoby Myers.
Nelson Aguilar's not a threat.
Myers.
Diggs will probably just play on.
Threat. Hunter
Brandon Bolden.
He's a threat to the Patriots record. I'll tell you that.
I think Anthony Brown is going to have a good game this week. That's how confident I am.
Wow.
Yeah, you're confident.
Okay, that's Antarctic cold because he's never had a good game. Everything. Okay, anyways, next game we have Raiders Broncos. I don't have much to say. I don't really know who I want to pick. I think it could honestly go either way, but I'm going to roll with the Raiders. Don't know why. Something just tell me Raiders. I think they're going to be pissed off at their coach. You guys know what's going on there. Not for us to talk about, but go Raiders.
When the game, like Ryan said, is so close, I don't really know where to go. I normally roll with the home team. So I'm going to go with Denver. Is in Denver, right?
It's hard to play there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Denver. Mile High City. I don't know if this controversy that's going on with Las Vegas will affect the way that they play. New coach, new scheme, maybe he wants to do things differently. All this praise I've been given for Darren Waller. I still love you, but I also traded him in fantasy. I traded Darren Waller, McCole Hardman, and Latavius Murray for Travis Kelce.
Heck, bro?
Shout out to the guy who gave me Kelce. Appreciate it, gang. Shout out JJ Tilley if you're listening. But I still love Darren Waller. He's still my favorite tight end in the league. So hopefully they feed him the ball. Caleb always goes crazy in our group chat saying how trash he is because he has him in fantasy in our league. But they just don't target him. So can you please throw the ball to him is all I ask. I'm still going with Denver, though. Teddy Two Gloves, Teddy Two Chains. I'm going with Denver.
Let me jump in just because you're talking about Darren Waller. I don't want to forget it. My memory's bad. I have Darren Waller on the bench this week. I picked him. He was my first pick. We had 18-man league. So I got picked 18. So Darren Waller's my first pick. And he's been absolutely horrible. I expected so much from him. Dalton Schultz is starting over him this week. Give me the Raiders. Only because I have a parlay and they're in there, and I need them to win.
It's fair.
And I don't think the
I
Broncos
know.
are good either. So it's a
Parlay
toss-up.
dictates the takes. Absolutely, that's fair.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the Broncos were my lock for this week. Yeah, I think Teddy Two Gloves has it. I don't know. I feel like the Raiders might be kind of not necessarily in shambles, but kind of uncomfortable, kind of like, just bobbing through the game for the most part. Possibly something like how they did against the Bears. And then the next game, they probably bounce back, but we'll see. But I got the Broncos as my lock for this week.
Broncos.
Yeah,
are your-
I'll get in here. I don't really have that much to say about it. I was the only one that went against Las Vegas last week. I'm glad I have some support going against them this week. In a game that's close like this is a huge game. The loser of this game is probably it's early in the season, but their playoff hopes might be wraps in that division. I think that's probably fair to say.
Yeah, I agree.
In an ugly game, but I don't really have a lot of faith in either of these teams. Give me the home team with a better defense. I'll just always roll with them. So give me Denver in a close game.
It's fair. Next up, we have Seahawks Steelers. We know Russell Wilson's hurt. Thinking about you, hoping you get back soon. Obviously, go Pack in that case. But Geno Smith does look like an MVP candidate. Honest to God. Sorry, I don't make the rules. I don't make them.
Dang, bro.
But they're going against the trash ass Steelers on Sunday Night Football. Just imagine thinking about this game week 1, like, wow, the Steelers 11-0, and then all this stuff against Russell Wilson. No, it's Geno Smith versus the worst version of Ben Roethlisberger we've ever seen. I'm gonna roll with the Steelers in this game just because they're less banged up or whatever. I know Juju's out for the season. Obviously, we might not like him as a player, but we don't want injuries to happen. We know that. I'm gonna roll with the Steelers to win this game. I think that the defense is too much for Geno Smith.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I can't believe I'm saying that because the Steelers are terrible. I think Deontay Johnson's raw, dude. I think Deontay Johnson right now is the best receiver in that division.
Zero drops, just so y'all know.
I think he's the best receiver in that division.
I don't know, Dell.
Just so you know,
Better than Jamar
that was
Chase?
I think he's better than Jamar Chase.
And Jamar's in that division.
I think he's better than Jamar right now. I think he's the best wide
Interesting.
receiver in that division.
Jamar not gonna give you a kiss no more.
Never.
That's just my opinion, though. Like I said, don't have much credibility on this show. I'm rolling with the Steelers. Big Ben is terrible. I understand he's not 100%, but that guy stinks. He needs to hang it up. He's had a great career. He's a Hall of Famer, but Jesus, Ben, you need to realize you're hindering the team, buddy. Maybe look Deontay Johnson's way a little bit more. He had 2 targets last week. One of them was a 50-yard bomb touchdown, and the other one he caught. Like Keith said, he doesn't have any drops. So give me the Steelers at home against the Geno Smith-led Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers. For some odd reason, shout out Juju, get better soon. But for some reason, I feel like they play better without him. I was watching Big Ben's throwing motion, and it's kind of weird. So I guess maybe, I don't know, something weird like that happens. I don't know. But I'll go with the Steelers over the Seahawks. Geno does his thing, but, he still got the steel curtain and somewhat workable receivers. Najee Harris snapped as I predicted. So hopefully he carries the same energy this week as well, or this coming Sunday as well, or Monday, whichever.
Yeah, I actually have a guest take this week, and I have somebody that wants to talk about Colt about his take right there on the NFC North wide receivers.
Deontay Johnson. Are we serious, buddy?
Oh,
So Jamar Chase's 159-yard game and 1 touchdown last week.
He's a Bengals
I
fan. He's a
understand
Bengals
that. I
fan.
understand that. He's from Cincinnati. I think he likes the rest too. You can say whatever you want about Jamar Chase, and you got to realize that I'm probably the top 3 biggest Jamar Chase fan on this.
Then you
planet.
ought to be saying Jamar Chase, right?
I'm going with Deontay Johnson right now.
And you're hot, all right? So I don't know about all that. But give me for my pick. I'm probably rolling with y'all. I like the Steelers. Steelers defense it's a great defense. What can I say else about it? But That's an incorrect choice.
I respect it. I respect it.
Jamar Chase is the best. Tyler Boyd's second, and T. Higgins third in that division. So,
Okay.
Hollywood Brown.
Okay.
That's from an unbiased Bengals fan. So yeah, but hey, give me the Steelers. Geno Smith is trash. Yeah, but yeah.
Can we see a gritty?
Yeah, can you give us your best gritty in the
Absolutely,
background?
it's horrible.
Oh no! Move the chair. Move the chair. Move the chair.
Hey.
Who Day Nation, baby. Come on now. hey, we're definitely dubbing against Detroit this week. Dubs against Detroit.
For
all
sure.
around.
For sure.
But I don't see how they lose after that. I don't see how they lose.
Absolutely not. I'm telling you, the Jamar Chase gritty electrifies the crowd. When he gets the touchdown, it's an automatic W, unless it's last week. Hey,
Thank
4
you so
2.
much.
4 2.
Kent Late.
Shout out Kent.
Shout out Kent Late.
That is a former NFL Pick'em winner. Go ahead and hop in the Pick'em if you think you could beat that guy.
He did a win.
As he's a former winner. He's 1 for 1, if I'm not mistaken. He's 1 for 1, so he's shooting 100%.
Oh, so he's scared to play again. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just trying to give other people. I'm trying to give other people a chance to make some money here. That's all it is.
Zach, who do you have winning the Seahawks Steelers? Real quick, who do you have winning? Just real quick.
I have the Steelers at home. Geno Smith's trash.
Yep.
Caleb, who you got that game? Real quick.
I have Steelers as well.
Oh man, we just don't want to keep everyone here forever watching Kent's antics. I love it. Kent can be on the show whenever he wants. Next game, final game of the week, Bills Titans, Monday Night Football. I think the Titans are not that good anymore. I think that they're like around like the 14, 15, 12 to 15 probably. And I think the Bills are arguably the best team in the league right now. The Bills played their ass off last week, even in terrible conditions, against the Chiefs. I think the Bills are legit, and I think the Bills win this game on the road in convincing fashion.
AJ Brown has not looked good this year, especially last year when I heard he was better than Terry, DK, and Amari Cooper and all those guys, and A-Rob. That's simply not true. He's not better than any of the guys I just named. Until the Bills lose, I'm going to continue to pick the Bills until I see something otherwise. Give me the Bills big.
I'm not like that. I love rolling dice. So I picked the Titans for the upset.
Stop talking.
And this is why he's never won. This is why he will never win a pick'em. If you want free cash, bet with Keith.
Cole had to split one, so he hasn't won one.
Wow.
I won though. That's a win. That is a W. You have come in last every single week for your atrocious takes.
Last.
Oh my God.
Last. Hey, you know what? Y'all come in next week, and I'll show you the list and see who really came in last week and the week before and the week before. But anyway, I picked the Titans. Let them be mad at
it. Hey, Keith. I mean, granted, you still had 6 games wrong. But Colt had he had more
4,
than that
6,
last
8,
week.
I picked
9.
a lot of upsets last week. I picked a lot of upsets.
9
He
games
had
wrong.
9 incorrect picks, and granted, one of them he didn't even put in, but
Wow.
Yeah.
He probably would have picked the Chiefs.
Chiefs, Bills. Who would you have picked?
I would have picked the Bills. Oh God, I said the Bills on the show. You can rewatch it.
Okay.
I said the Bills.
Rewatch
only
the
eight,
episode.
only
Run up
eight.
our views.
Yeah, run them up. Oh my God. Zach, who you got?
Yeah, the Titans haven't been very good this year. They've been real disappointing. Obviously, they've had some injuries, but they still really haven't been that good. And the Bills have been very impressive. Regardless, they played some bad competition, but they're still playing really well. Their defense is good. Josh Allen's legit. Give me the Bills big.
Is it me now? Sorry. I'm also going to take the Bills, but I think the Bills are very overhyped. I don't think they're the best team in the league. Their opponent's record has a combined record of 8-17, and they've beaten some very bad teams, and they lost to the Steelers week 1. Let's not forget they lost to the Steelers. Steelers are fucking horrible, and they lost to them. But still, give me the Bills. The Titans are worse.
And there you have it.
That's
There's
it.
our NFL
Yeah.
Week 6 takes. Make sure next week, if you guys think that we're absolutely out of our mind, make sure you hop in the pick'em. You see what our former winner has to say. Shout out Kent Lake. Thank you so much for the gritty.
Yeah, we'll clip that for the boys.
Yeah, that'll definitely be on the Instagram.
We'll clip that for the lads, for the Bengals fans.
Colt, what you got for us?
Trayvon Diggs, if you get a pick this week, I will send you things that I cannot speak.
Boy.
He's
That's
not
all
wrong
I'll
though.
say.
He's not
That's all I'll say.
wrong.
That's all I'll say.
He's not
What
wrong.
are we sending it?
That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right,
That's it.
Keith, what you got for me, baby?
That man had me nervous. I was like, yo. But anyway, I love you. Appreciate you for watching. Thank you for rolling with us to almost 40 episodes. Keep rolling with us. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing.
Keith, say that one more time.
What?
How many episodes?
Almost 40.
40.
I don't
We
know.
passed 40.
Oh, we have? Oh, well. Next up is
Like
50.
40.
Keep rolling with us.
Time
This is
flies
like
when you're having
50
fun.
because-
We're having a great time on Florida
Yeah, we're having a
Square.
great time. We love Keith. Believe it or not, we do. A thumbs up. Can we get a thumbs up for the YouTubers? The YouTube thumbs up for Keith right now.
He meant to. Yeah, never mind. It didn't work out.
No, it did work out. I put the thing on mine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone now. Okay, Keith, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodnight. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Get your feelings hurt.
No, I'm good.
Do it for the fans, not for us, at least. They didn't do
I
nothing.
said good night.
All right.
Hell.
All right.
Yeah, I'll make my closing points. Rays sweeping the Sox. Panthers bouncing back this week. Kidding. I got exposed on the gram. I won't make any crazy bold takes. Hopefully McCaffrey comes back healthy. Hopefully the Panthers bounce back, of course. Hurricanes, hockey season started. That'll be fun. Obviously, this is the NFL episode, but go Canes. Maybe I'll have a team that can win some games. That'll be awesome. Be a change up from the last couple weeks. But yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Caleb.
Hey, getting the pick'ems right now. I think the pot is at like $50, $60 or something like that. It's like $5 to join.
It's a low one this week too. Honestly, it's a low.
Yeah,
one.
it is. It's usually a little higher than this.
Yeah.
Stop disrespecting the Cowboys.
At
Dallas by
Sports
20,
Talk.
23 minimum, probably 90 honestly. But give me the Dallas. I'm driving the hype train. Sox in 7. Sox are winning the World Series this year. Trevon Diggs is getting 2 picks today. Fuck! Tomorrow.
What the hell, man? What the hell?
Trevon Diggs, 2 picks.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We apologize that there's only one episode this week, but next week we're back with 2. We love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll catch you in the next one.